Perhaps that's just the thought. A lot of times things are just inside your head. Nothing real, just an illusion. Hmm. So, we could call it our root. So, we're working with smoky quartz. And of course, red. Also, bloodstone. Hematite, of course. Like, bear with me, I love to break things. More smoky. A lot of things in the root get stuck because people don't like to talk about their roots, their core. It's a lot of secrets, even things that they lie to themselves about. More parts of the illusions. Water's so hot. It makes apnea 10 times harder. I'm also working with aromas for the same treatment, you could say. And yeah, for the root, definitely cedar. And my book said lavender, so I put that in there as well. And of course, certain areas of the skin absorb 100%, in case you did not know that. And yes, the changing of the structures of water with the intention. Of course, also alchemy, chemical composites. Oh boy. I'm like, that mineral's so sharp. There's so much magnesium in the water too. Trying so carefully not to get it in my eyes. Love the ASMR of the sound of the water in the drain. The sound of breaking my crystals. And slamming them to the ground. Yeah. That's not good though, actually. It's probably swallowed so many petals by now, actually. I can't help it. I can lessen. How many times must you do the same thing over and over again until you learn the bottom solid foundation? Muladhara. I also have ruby. Some people would say I probably shouldn't put it in water, but it's just a few dunks. Tiger's eye. A lot of times I like to just leave them soaking in the water. You know, when I do my grids, I definitely love to incorporate flowers as well. Pardon me if I zoomed in, not really sure. My hands are kind of like totally wet, of course. Preparing. Let me move this guy. Of course, I also added a drop of this. I always add a little bit. My favorite. No matter what center I'm focusing on. Bear with me here. Controlling prana. A lot of times when I'm underwater, I don't really need to come up for air. It's just I work my mind up. When really I could go longer. So you also want to listen to your body when it's communicating with you what you need to do for its best interest. Bioelectromagnetic generator. definitely going to need to come up soon. It's so hot, and yes, exactly, so filled with magnesium. It's causing tingling. Apnea is definitely 10 times harder in hot water, maybe because like the compression here is more difficult. I've also noticed when I'm diving, like exactly if I'm deeper, it's also the psychology of like, am I gonna have enough air to come back up when I'm diving? And all other kinds of mental things can get in your head, exactly like, oh, is that a certain kind of animal, or exactly the water's too cold, or what was that, or you have to be able to fully relax to go, and then exactly have the confidence come back all the way back up to the surface. And exactly when I'm in the tail, it's like 10 times harder, because exactly there's only one leg like together, mainly like this, but still, a lot of it is all in the mind, not so much what's happening beneath the water once you're diving. I also enjoy experimenting and working with the hot water at home because I can feel it pulling out all the like toxins basically by stimulating the channels generating that heat. I've also before experimented with putting ginger and things of that nature in the water. Though yeah, prepare to want an ice cold bath after doing something like that. That's what happened to me anyway. It was like I need water. It was awful. It was nice because it was like instant purge, but it was also pretty extreme. I also do love messing with herbs, but also you have to be careful because if you over mess up your personal levels, then of course you can make yourself have any type of experience, you know? It's a very hot herb. It's not like spicy. It's hard to explain. It's what they call it in traditional Chinese medicine, TCM. I'm definitely going to need cold water. I like press buttons. love ASMR. I love the sound of this. I would just leave this running forever. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I need to behave. For a moment I was like, uh-oh, it's in my back pocket. How many times have you hopped in water and you had stuff that was really actually important in your pocket and you're like, ah, fail. Lucky for me, it's just more minerals, tiger's eye, special rose quartz. Put that back there. Yeah. Sometimes people don't know what the yamas and niyamas are, and still they're practicing them all the time in silence, not telling anyone, hey, I'm doing this. They're not a yakker, they're simply doing their doer. They speak with their actions. Blood's down. Meditation in motion. Totally purging so much still from the blood moon, you can say. Having to admit things one has denied for so long, even things one had hated about themselves that they never dared to tell, that they were ashamed of, or that they wish that they could undo. Things they didn't say. Things they're not doing now. Not knowing who they are. Knowing they're not who other people are trying to make them be. Sometimes even trying those things and finding those things out the hard way. Definitely need to work more with my asanas. And it's just some places are just so uncomfortable to be in on the mat. And if you're serious in your practice, you're not just doing it for fitness or for like any other reason, like meeting people. It's hard to read that right now. Gracias. Thank you for the donation. Thank you. Namaste, Jai Bhagwan. I'm going to put on the mask and further the practice. I wish I might have a tripod. it's just so much work, and I've been procrastinating this stuff for so long. It's like I know what I need to do, but it's like, oh, I'm the only one that can do it, and still I just like still haven't done it. I'm like, everybody does this, I know, but still like I feel like I need to write things down. Maybe I'll take it more serious, or like there has to be a better way. Especially than having all these expectations. I don't think it's gonna let me. Oh, maybe. Nope. A little bit. Nope. I'm like, I still wanna. Nope. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna take a second to get it anyway. Thank you. I'm using my ring light right now. The root chakra is kind of all about support. And you know, yeah, your solid rock, your bottom foundation. And there are many of you who are speaking with your actions exactly how you feel, what you need, what you seek. It's not easy pushing your own limits, being your own cheerleader, so that's why I always say Jai Bhagwan. It's like the warrior in me honors the warrior in you. It's not just the light and all the good, you know. It's about staying strong, being true to yourself. Totally Frozen McGee on my end, man. Frozen McGee. Derp. I feel like I was excessively challenged, like, you know, what are you doing this for? Why are you torturing yourself? Frozen McGee. It's all good. It's mainly about the sounds and the ability to channel different things and information. Although some things are easier to say and share than others. I forgot what it's called. Samadhi? Not getting there. I don't think it's gonna let me. No mas for you. Is that the only reason why that you're here, for the visuals? Is that all? It's not what this is about. And unfortunately, I just literally can't share everything with you. I can just share bits and pieces. And the way that you know what I'm allowed to and what you are to see is what you see, what you receive and find. And you have to know it's not what you think, so don't expect to find something. Otherwise, you'll never find what you are attempting to pinpoint, because a lot of times you're not really focusing and creating your intent. You don't know where your intention is. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I may have to disappear and save my creations for places like OnlyFans right now, since it seems to be the one that's not limiting me at this time. Please subscribe.